Showboat Sports, guys. Glad you guys are back. Man, it is good to have a Monday, and we are getting ready to make this thing happen. You guys like, subscribe, and share. If you're new to the channel, please do so. Thank you guys for joining in. We're going to talk a little bit tonight. We're going to get a little bit about some of these promotional companies, because the reason why I want to talk about BLK Prime and will they survive is because we have been dealing with all these promotional companies not giving us what we all wanted. So right now we're going to let the comment section and all the crew get ready to start rolling up in here and let the word get out on that. And we're going to go ahead and set some other stuff while we getting this thing rolling. It just takes a second for these algorithms to pop up and let the crew roll on in. And I'll go ahead and fix our music. You know, they like to call this the quiet storm type deal. But that's quiet riot types. Yeah, man, we're going comment section, just roll on out, let people start rolling up in here. But it's been brought to my attention that Adrian Bronner has left BLK Prime. He came out and he said, I am done. You know, I don't have any bad things to say about BLK Prime, but I am now leaving. We're parting. We're going our separate ways. I am a free agent. So if anybody want to go ahead and hire me in to fight or whatever else, I am a free agent and I am ready. I am in shape. I'm ready to go. He said, you know, and Adrian looked good. He looked good from what I could see in his face, you know what I mean, facial wise.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get her.
Yeah, so you know how that goes. You guys know how that goes. But like I said, Adrian Bronner is looking good, and that's a good thing, you know what I mean? So hopefully they'll be making these fights real soon. But BLK Prime, what's going to be the status of BLK Prime now that they hired Adrian Bronner and couldn't deliver? They hired Adrian Bronner. Adrian Bronner said it was going to be a 3-fight deal in 2023 that he was going to get a 3-fight deal for $10 million. What's up, Marquise Williams? What's up, man? Oh, man, BLK over with. What's up with you, man? Salute, man. Glad you rolled up in here, Marquise. Yeah, man, we got to talk about this, man. He said BLK Prime is over with. You know, one of those things is, man, you know, we give all these boxers hell, but at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff falls on the shoulders of the promoters. You know what I mean? The promoters have the boxers, and the whole thing is messed up, because one of the biggest things is that the promotional company is supposed to work for the boxer, not the other way around. But the promotional companies has all the power, it seems like. You know what I mean? They get you to fight. They make you sign these contracts, which really gives them your power. You know what I'm saying? And then they decide what they're going to do with your contract. And certain promoters, you can't go around, you know? Like a Top Rank. You can't go around Bob Arum. Bob Arum is a true player of this game. He's been around since Methuselah. Since they even invented boxing, Bob Arum has been around. You know what I mean? He probably was on the committee when they first issued that, it got up and going. But anyway, he's got a lot of people in his back pocket. You know, let me explain to you how this thing goes down too. When you're dealing with Bob Arum, Muhammad Ali started Top Rank and brought Bob Arum in. Bob Arum was a lawyer. So you dealing with a lawyer, and you know how lawyers act. And then they don't have respect for a lot of people. He might like the sport, but he don't love the sport like how we love it in our own way. He loves it I'm sure he loves the sport, but he also loves it in a business way. You know what I mean? It's about business first, boxing second. With us, it's boxing first, business second for the true fans. Bob Arum doesn't have that kind of look or that kind of filter that we have. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't really, what it comes down to, Bob Arum doesn't care if a fight doesn't be made. You know what I mean? If his bottom line is he's going to lose control of a belt or he's going to lose a fighter, he does not want to do it. Salute, Diana. Appreciate you rolling up here, Queen. Appreciate it. So we talking about BLK Prime and will they last? And I'm giving people we're getting around to it. We're talking about how Top Rank is, and you got companies that put the business side first. And I brought up Top Rank is because Bob Arum is one of the oldest companies that's going besides Don King. And Don King, Don King doesn't have the power like he used to. I still say he shakes and moves a little bit, but Don King is old. His age has done caught up with him more so than Bob Arum. I think Bob Arum has structured his company in a way where he let other people take over and they do some of the bigger things where Bob Arum is more of a face. He makes decisions and he comes into work and just be Bob. And I don't think Don King structured his that way. I had this saying a long time ago that when you look out for yourself, in the end, that's what you'll have is yourself. And that's what it appears on the outside on this is that Don King does not have his company set up like Bob Arum, where they are doing majority of the work. And Don King, that guy didn't trust a whole lot of people. He messed over a whole lot of people and hid behind the whole business thing of it. Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, and a lot of other people. Much so that Mike Tyson got out the car trying to whoop him, trying to beat him down. Adrian, salute, man. It has been a while, man. I'm so glad to see you up in here, fam. We've missed you, my man. You hadn't been in. You bring a different area to the chat rooms, and we just haven't seen you in, man. But glad to see you in here tonight, man. Salute. Unfortunately, I strongly believe, no, it will not. Oh, you don't think it's going to be over with. Marquise, you see AB backtracking on those statements he made about Al Heyman? Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, man, Adrian just talks with his own emotions. You know what I'm saying? He just, whatever Adrian feels at that point, he doesn't have a filter, which is a good thing. And it's a bad thing. It's a curse and it's a blessing. The bad thing about it is it's going to come back and bite him in the ass. But the good thing is because he's controversial, you love to see Adrian Broner. But at that point, you can only give people so much drama. You have to learn how to evolve into something else. He has lived on drama. He has found himself on drama. He really has a really good personality. I hear a lot of good things about Adrian Broner. I do. But the thing about it is, he said AB is the Kanye of boxing. Yeah. The only difference is Kanye has something behind her and he's making some better calculated moves than Adrian Broner. You know what I mean? You hear how Adidas and business Adrian going to go hang out in clubs and just mess up stuff. In other words, BLK won't make it. Yeah, I don't think. See, the thing about it is I saw Crawford's tweet today. Crawford's tweet was saying that he was one and done with BLK Prime. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand what he's saying about that is because this is the thing. You went in with BLK Prime, which you didn't have to take that fight anyway, but you took the fight. You ran in and you made the money and you did one and done. What was the point of doing one and done? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what was your whole motivation for that? You act like it was a company that you were believing in, so to speak. So you just went and just took the house's money and ran with it. And we all knew that's what was going on, right? But then what do you have left? You know what I'm saying? Because now, when what they say, you stepping over dollars, pick up pennies, because you stepped over there to go pick up that quick, fast money, and it's costing you on the back end because now companies don't really want to deal with you that much. Said BLT Prime about to file Chapter 11. Hey, that's what it looks like. But I think what happened is, this is what I think what happened is I brought up about Top Rank and Bob Arum them. It's the same way they did Triller. Is that you get these promotional companies and they got a lot of power with these sanctioning body, these fighters, with these networks and all that, and they will freeze your ass out, my man. That's what they do. And what they did, they froze them out. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say definitively, and I'm this is my own opinion. T-word salute. This is my own opinion, man. This is my own opinion. Hold on. Let's get it in here. Hold on, somebody calling in. Hold on. Hey, ATL. Salute, fam. Just hold 1 second, man. I forgot to tune this thing right on in. Hold on 1 second. We'll get you right here on air. I always say I need to do that as soon. I make sure I come on to make sure it's on. Thought it was on, but sometimes your boy forgets it. But it is on, man. My man, you are on. Come on with it. Karma, salute, queen. Appreciate you rolling up in here. We'll go to ATL Anonymous. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, man. You are on, man. What's going on with you, man?
Hey, man, about this Adrian Broner situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I made a video when the second fight didn't go through. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I talked to you about it on your show, but I felt like he really just talked too much. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, the PBC been in this boxing shit for a minute, man, and you know, regardless of how you in this business today, you know what I'm saying, different than how I used to be back in the day. So it's certain things you can't do now, and me on the outside looking in, but still being a boxing fan for back in the day, I see how shit done changed and switched over, and you got to move differently, man. If you know what I'm saying, you want that bad, bro. And I feel like, just like I said in my second video, when that second fight didn't go through, even the first one, that he said too much. You know what I'm saying? And today, just like we all know, man, you got to move differently, man, if you want that bad, bro. And I really think he just said too much, and really, it's just my opinion that he just being blackballed right now. That's it. That's all to it. Ain't nothing else to it.
You think Adrian's gonna be blackballed? Is that what you think?
No, he's being blackballed.
Okay.
Not saying he's gonna be. He's being.
Okay.
Like, come on, 3 fights. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. You got 3 strikes. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. He done said too much, and now people ain't fucking with him because they fuck with certain people, and then if they fuck with him and he against them, then it make them look bad. So it's just like blackballing. But you know what I'm saying? What else you cooking on?
Oh man, Nat, we're just gonna cook on this for a minute before we move on, because I think it's time for us to roast these promotional companies just a little bit, because some of the earnings falls on these promotional companies is why we're not getting the fights that we want. You know what I mean? And that's where it comes down to it.
Yeah.
And you know, these new players come in, hopefully they think they got good intentions, but you see, I think they're gonna sink the ship of BLK Prime, where they gotta go back up out of there. So, you know.
I don't think so that BLK gonna fail as a company together. I think that the only problem they had, I ain't gonna say the problem that they had, but, and it's just my opinion, I don't want nobody to take this shit to the head of, you know what I'm saying? I think he just said too much. Because if you think about it, ain't nobody else, I ain't really heard nobody else really had no problem with BLK Prime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just Adrian Broner, bro.
Well, but this is what my thoughts with BLK Prime is, that all promotional companies are all trying to fight for their part of the market and hold the belt so they can stay relevant, right? So they won't be frozen out. I think that BLK Prime, I don't think they're gonna go bankrupt, so to speak, but I don't think that they're gonna allow them to be a major player in here, because the way they came in and the thing that they did with Crawford, all they got to do is just, if fighters go over there, they're not letting fighters go over there with belts. You know what I mean? Except for, Crawford.
But you got to think about it like this. You know, even a couple of weeks ago when Deontay Wilder was making an interview and how they move, and he was thinking about going over there. So, you know what I'm saying? You never know how stuff will go. Just think about if Deontay Wilder was to go to BLK Prime, how much money and revenue that'll bring to, you know what I'm saying, BLK Prime. I don't give a damn if it's just one fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would help them one fight, but Deontay Wilder's at the point in his career where he's at the twilight of his career. It's going to be his age. You know, age is undefeated. The problem is you get up over there and then you start finding yourself not getting the fights that you want. You know what I mean? Because what is Wilder now? 37? Is Wilder what, 36, 37?
Did you watch Floyd Mayweather fight this weekend?
Nah, I didn't catch it. But Floyd, what is Floyd, 46 now?
Yeah, but regardless, he's still moving like old Floyd. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but but you got to think about the competition he's fighting. And Floyd stays in shape. This is the thing, though. You put Floyd in there with like Earl Spence or somebody like that, you're going to see his age. You're not going to see his age with these guys out there. I mean, what he's lost, some fighters never had. But
what I'm saying is, Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder, from his last fight and the respect that he got when he was in Saudi Arabia, let you know that he's still the #1 hottest thing out here, regardless. And he ain't even got no belt, bro. He gonna bring the money and the revenue wherever he goes, bro. ain't nobody finna bring. I don't give a damn who fight tomorrow, bro. Ain't no if Deontay Wilder fight whoever the fuck he said he gonna fight tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be more publicity and people trying to find out what the hell going on than anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody want to see no Tyson Fury fight nobody.
Yeah. Deontay Wilder, don't get it twisted. Deontay Wilder is a major draw. He really is. But at the end of the day, you know, when fighters get about 37, I'm not saying that he's not a major draw, but I'm saying at the twilight of your career, you got to watch how you move.
You can't say that. Look at what's his name? Bitterbeef. How old is Bitterbeef?
Bitterbeef is 36, 37. He's right there at it. But he's not a big enough draw as Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is a bigger draw.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, look at his age.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is in the next 2 or 3 years, these fighters are gonna be close to 40, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap when you hit 40.
Who do you see fucking with Bitterbeef right now?
Nobody right now, not this minute. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying that these guys are over the hill.
Right?
Huh? Say it
at
again.
His age, right?
Oh, yeah. At his age, but at his age, here shortly, you'll start seeing it start showing up that the age will be on him. I mean, it's coming. Yeah, T said Bitterbeef is 38. And you're gonna aspects of them getting tired, the work rate starts falling. I mean, the thing that leaves last on any fighter is power. And that's what Deontay Wilder is that's what he is. He's all power. So it's going to work for Deontay Wilder for a while.
Can't agree. Let me tell you why I can't agree with you on that, Shabbo.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's just my opinion, right? We ain't arguing, you know.
Oh no, man, I'm for a healthy debate. No, listen, dude, I'm for a healthy debate. I don't want nobody to always agree with me. You might teach me something. Go ahead.
His last fight, even though it was somebody he sparred with.
Who is this you're talking about? Who you talking about? Wilder versus
Helenius. What was his sparring partner? Helenius, yes. Even though that was his sparring partner, and it was one round, right? Can't nobody in the chat tell me that in that one round that y'all didn't see a difference in Deontay Wilder, how he moved. You know what I'm saying? He used his athleticism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was throwing body punches. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, okay, yeah. He understands why he lost now, and he didn't lose. You know what I'm saying? But he understands what's going on, so that makes him a better person right now. And that's why I say he's a bigger draw than anybody in the heavyweight division right now without a belt.
Well, let me say this. I agree. He is. He's definitely.
One more. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go. One more. Go ahead.
When and I used to like Anthony Joshua, right? When he first was doing his shit, but then when he ran from Deontay Wilder, yeah. I kind of fell back. You feel me? I kind of fell back a little bit, but you know, he went through what he went through. But me, as a real boxing fan and loving the sport of boxing, and knowing what I think I know, is just my opinion. I think that Derrick James is gonna get Anthony Joshua together. I don't, anybody in the chat could be like, okay, he tripping. Anthony Joshua was done, but I don't think that because I fuck with Derrick James, man, and he stand on principles. And anybody that's been in his camp, and he let them be in his camp, they have turned out to be great fighters, man. And so I had let go of AJ, but right now, I'm fucking with AJ because I think Derrick James can bring him back, man. And I don't think he gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no running from no fights no more. I think he gonna fight through that. I'm gonna bring him a different style and let him finally use his fucking athleticism, you know what I'm saying, in the right way. And I just want to see what the first fight. Well, I don't give a damn who we fight, but I want to see that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, let me say this to answer your question on how I see it. I am a Derrick James fan, so I will root for AJ,
Yeah.
but I'm not a big AJ fan because he ducked Wilder. He knew his skills were limited,
Yeah.
and so did Eddie Hearn. AJ to me is you can't really teach a dog new tricks at this age. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach heart. You can't give AJ something that he doesn't possess anymore. He done went so far in his career.
You can't teach a man heart. You right about that, Terry.
Yeah.
You can't teach a man heart.
So you can't give him that. He's lost love for the sport too a little bit. You can tell that he's that hunger, and that's what I mean by that. The hunger. You can see when the hunger leaves a fighter, and it left AJ a while back. And right now, to me, is like he's trying to save face and get back, but that's only so much that Derrick James can do for that. The other thing, as far as Wilder, you have Helenius. He's not a top-notch fighter, so he's not going to show Wilder what Wilder can and can't do. Wilder has power. Power is always the last to leave, especially in heavyweights, because that's where most of the power resides. You got people like George Foreman. That's why George Foreman could come back out of retirement and still win a belt at 40-something years old. You know what I mean? He has that power.
Yeah.
But at 37, all fighters at 37, 38, and 39, you'll start seeing a decline. That's why you saw Floyd got the hell out of there. Floyd understands the game. He knows it.
Yeah. But can I ask you and the chat a real question? And I want y'all to really listen to what I'm going to say, right? Like, okay. So I told you how I feel about AJ with Derrick James, right? I just want an honest answer. You ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, go ahead.
What if, okay, when AJ get in the ring, he fight whoever he fight, and he looks great, right? What would y'all have to say after that?
Only thing I can say, if he looks great, you got to see the fighter that he's fighting. What fighter is he fighting? If you're fighting a person that's a C-level fighter, of course you're supposed to show out and look good. I mean, but what are you going to do with a fighter that's going to put pressure on you? AJ doesn't do well with shorter, faster fighters. He doesn't fight like a taller fighter. So if he fights somebody his size, he's going to look a little better.
But sure that's what I'm saying. Like, no, not just that. Like, if he wins the fight, but just like, what if you see he have a different technique as far as, you know, the style that I'm saying, like, what if you see AJ start like giving big body shots? You know what I'm saying? Body shots and then head shots, body shots. We don't ever see that from AJ, right?
Right, but if you see it versus a fighter that can fight, see, this is the difference. You can go in there with these new skills and stick to your skills, but once somebody puts that pressure on you and then your subconscious has to come out, see, what it is as you're training, you train so much that your subconscious mind takes over. So you're not thinking as much. Sometimes it's a reaction, correct? But if you get a fighter that puts pressure on you, then it's going to change you back to the old you. You see what I'm saying? It's like I can go over and teach you all these good moves, but once I put this pressure on you and start hitting you and start forcing you into some of that old stuff, guess what's going to happen? You're going to revert to who you were. That's what happens.
But look,
if he can get around that, I would take my hats off. I mean, it'd be a rare situation.
That's what I'm saying. What if he get in there with Derrick James and he learned some shit? You feel me?
Yeah,
he might learn some shit.
Now, Terry Smoot said AJ next fight is Franklin, the dude who just lost to White, the Dillian White, right? So if he goes in there and shows out against him, then you're not really showing out against anybody. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying go in there and show out, but this is what I'm telling you.
I know exactly what you're saying. You're saying this
not
is
that he's going there and show out, but he's going there and y'all see a different AJ because he didn't work with Derrick James.
Right. You seeing him go to the body. You see him do all this stuff that you haven't been seeing him do before, right?
You see him moving. You see him blocking. You see him not timid and scared when he get hit. Right. Because he's blocking. But if you see a whole different AJ, how would you feel about him from this fight on?
Right, but the thing is
not him going back to his old ways. I'm talking about to him learning new stuff with Derrick James. Right,
but this is it. But this is what I'm understanding exactly what you're saying. But this is what I'm telling you about it. If it's a fighter that can't fight, he can show all those skills. He can do that head movement. He can do all of that because the fighter can't stop him from doing all of that. You see what I'm saying? I can show you something and put you in the ring and say, man, do this, this, and this. And you out there fighting somebody. Let's say I get you out there to fight a little 18-year-old kid, 17-year-old, and you out there boxing. I say, man, do this, this, and this. That kid can't make you do nothing. But then I say, okay, now fight this dude that's 25 years old that's got something for your ass, that when you throw that jab, he gonna slip it. He gonna come in there where you gotta think. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to do all of that. You feel what I'm saying? With the guy he's fighting next, that Dillian White beat, he should be able to do all that. If he can't do all that with a guy like that, he need to go ahead and end his career. But if he comes out there and does what Derrick James shows him with that guy, I'm gonna say that's what he's supposed to do. Let's see how he'll do it once he steps back up in competition again. I have to see it against good competition.
I can accept that. That sounds fair.
You know what I mean? Because AJ can fight. AJ ain't just a bum. That ain't what I'm saying. But I just know AJ has a weakness, and his weaknesses are he can't fight smaller fighters, and AJ, he moves slow, he pushes his jab, he doesn't snap it, and somebody like Wilder that hits him, Wilder gonna probably get him. I put my money on Wilder. You know what I'm saying? But AJ needs bigger fighters. He does better with bigger, slower fighters. But Wilder, the thing that I think that made Wilder look a lot better this time, because they didn't bring him in at what, 229, 239 that he fought Tyson Fury. They took him back down to 215. That's where Wilder needs to be. He can't carry all the extra weight.
I'm gonna tell you what I always used to say about Joshua too. That he need to lose some of that fucking muscle.
Oh yeah, but it's hard, man. It's hard at his stage right now. And that I'm not gonna put this on him. I don't know, but he's a bodybuilder muscles, and I don't know if that comes from anything PED or any of that stuff that they do in the UK. I don't know, but he has a bodybuilder physique. He doesn't have the quick twitch fibers, that thin physique that you need, the ripness. He's just big and bulky, and it slows him down. It hurts him, and I don't know how he can reverse that.
Hey, I got a question too about what you think. What you think Derrick James gonna have him doing?
Who, AJ?
Yeah.
Working that jab. That's gonna be the key to everything with him, is getting that jab right. Because that's what he should have been using. Somebody's with AJ size and stature as big as he is, he's gotta flick that jab out. He's got long arms and he can keep anybody back. So what they got to do is keep him from doing all that heavy weightlifting, and get a strength and conditioning coach that's got him with faster movement and get some good stuff in there. So he's got to start off on that jab. Then everything else works off of.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that should be great if he do that.
Oh wow, Terry Smoot said this. Listen to this. Terry Smoot said Joshua already has therapeutic use exemptions for taking certain things. Go look it up. Meaning there's certain things that they allow him to take. You know what I mean? Like if you got asthma, you can take clenbuterol. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's what it is, but that makes sense.
Sound like nigga was just scared and need to take a deep breath.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you calling in, man. We're gonna open up the phone lines, man. Appreciate you like always, man.
I appreciate you, Turbo. Hey, Diana, T-Word, C. Dewberry, Terry Smoot. I appreciate all y'all, man. Showboat, you know, I fuck you, man. I appreciate your growth. I'm gonna be here with you all the time, man. I appreciate everybody's opinions and everything, man. And everybody stay safe, drink your water, man. Stay away from that sugar, man. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later on.
All right, man. Peace out, fam. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah. Hey, I'm glad he called in, man. I love it, man. Hey, remember, man, y'all can call in anytime y'all want, anytime you need to. I just open it up, let some other people get in and come on out, so y'all can always feel that way. We'll give you the floor a little bit, let the next man come in, and it's always open. Yeah, man, it's just, you know, the thing about it is, man, it's just, hey, salute everybody that came in. I didn't want to interrupt the brother as he was talking, as y'all came in. You know what I mean? Salute all you guys. Sorry, everybody coming in. You know, much respect. But yeah, man, I just think that, you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they bring to the table. I just don't think that I would like to if Derrick James had passed that one up. But he took it. So, you know, and I like Derrick James as a trainer. You know, I like to see what they working with and see what happened. I don't think Glitter Boots is 100% done, but I don't think that dude has got what it takes to go in there and really do some major stuff, but who knows? Yeah, man. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Diana.
To accept, press 1. To send a
Showboating Sports, Diana. How you doing today?
I'm good, Show. How are you?
Man, I'm doing fine, man. Glad you in here, but the floor is yours.
Yes, yes. Well, hey everybody. I'm not gonna stay long as I always say, but I did want to speak on two things in particular. The first thing was Derek. I agree with you. I was actually a little upset when he just like took that offer from AJ. And you know, the reason why I say that is because Derek is like one of our stellar coaches. You know, his record is beautiful. You know, he got his flowers this year. And here comes this bum. Well, no, let me take that back. Here comes a, I'm trying to be a lady about it because I could go gully. But here comes this dude who, first of all, his temperament is not made for the sport. Y'all know how I feel about glitter boots. You know, it to me, it just puts a stain on Derek. You know, and it's almost, make it over there, we'll just go to America. I mean, look, they did with Fury. They kicked him out of his country, and what did he say? I'll just go over to America and I'll do what I do anyway. And he did, you know? So I was actually a little upset. Like you said, you know, I love Derek, you know, never have nothing but good things to say about him. But, you know, we don't have to always say yes to everything. See what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, make him go someplace else, right? Why mess with our coach? You know, and it ticked me off. I'm looking at pictures and I see him next to Errol and just sitting there with his old sorry ass. I'm sorry. I just he's so sorry to me. Oh my God. And the second thing, the last thing I wanted to speak on was BLK Prime. Unfortunately, you know, as far as business is concerned, I would say I agree with you wholeheartedly. You can't come into the business, undercut how these people have been doing business since boxing has started, and then think you're going to have a blessing upon the way. I mean, that's just not going to happen, you know? And if I had to say from a personal point, the thing that I always say is you reap what you sow. Whatever you put out, you're going to get it back. It's just that it came back a lot faster than what I thought, because I'm going to be honest, from the very beginning of this BLK Prime thing, I was like, You can't do things underhanded and then think that it's going to prosper. It's just not going to happen. You know, and as far as Adrian Broner, I do have a lot of empathy for him, a lot of empathy. And, you know, I hope, you know, that doors open for him. In particular, I do hope, and I think Al really does care for AB, so I think that he might open that door again for him. But AB has to chill out. He has to stop talking so much, you know? I don't think that BLK Prime failed because he spoke, because if anything, he was the only one promoting it, you know? I think it was a multi-failure. These people did not plan out anything. I mean, how can you talk and speak good of people when you look in somebody's background and they done got 12, 13 bankruptcies? Come on now, come on.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So that's how I felt about it. And, you know, it's just, it's a shame. It really is a shame, because there are some things, you know, you wanna, you know, wish the best of and hope that it does well, but you can't lie either when it's not. So It is what it is.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that is it. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, thank you. Thank you for calling in. I love when you call in, like everybody else, man. Y'all call in, y'all tell y'all side of it, and we can see it through y'all's eyes. Appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All
Bye,
right.
guys. I'll be on, in the chat.
All right. Later.
All right.
Yeah, I'm so glad she called in, man. But yeah, back to BLK Prime too. Yeah, BLK Prime, I think that, you know, it ain't the fact of, I think that anytime a business come in, you got multimillionaires out there. But the reason why certain people come into boxing, they get the hell out of there. You think, oh, my money is going to go out there. I can just get these fighters and I go out there and do this, like what Jay-Z thought. You remember? Jay-Z and Rock Nation came in and they were like, oh, yeah. And that's what they did. They came in and signed these fighters. But what they learned pretty quick, what I'm suspecting, I don't know, I'm not an inside, but it's just, to me, looking at it from the outside, what Jay-Z and Rock Nation figured out real fast is that there's the people that are in here that are the shakers and movers in boxing. They're not letting outside money come in so quick. You got to figure out a way to get in, and once you get in, that's the only way. You know, I mean, you think about it. Don King was up, so you had Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali brought his own attorney, brought an attorney in who was Al Heyman. I mean, not Al Heyman, was Bob Arum. So Bob Arum is over Top Rank, right? He's over Top Rank. You got Oscar De La Hoya, who was a boxer. So he knows everybody. He's dealt with everybody. So what did he do? He started Golden Boy. I mean, you starting to see? And then you got Al Heyman. Al Heyman teams up with Floyd Mayweather. You can't keep Floyd Mayweather out of boxing. Floyd Mayweather was boxing. Kind of considerably still is boxing. He still goes out and still pulls money, except for this last little thing that he was doing. So, you know, yeah. And BLK, the reason why they don't have any major fighters, because, I mean, you had Crawford that came over there, but, you know, I think Crawford really thought about that. I mean, you got to think about that. You go over there with them, who are you going to fight? Who are you going to fight? They're not going to just let you come in and you take Crawford, and Crawford going to go fight all the people over here and take it, and then all those belts be at BLK Prime. Now you got the Zone, Top Rank, PBC, now BLK Prime and Golden Boy. They're not gonna let that happen. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna just rush in there and go grab these fighters. And this is why promotional companies make sure they do in-house fights and they make sure they keep the belt, because what'll happen is another promotional company they will ice you out, man. They will. And that's what I think that they're doing to BLK Prime. They did the Triller. Think about it. And I could be wrong for this. This is another one of my opinions. But you remember when Triller came in and they came in was going to pay these fighters all this extra money. They got Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos, put all that money on the table. But for some reason, they couldn't make that fight happen. You remember how that happened? And then they lost that money, and then you don't see them rushing back over there for that no more? Because let me tell you something. Don't you think it's ironic that Teofimo Lopez left Top Rank, got out of his Top Rank contract, was able to go sign over there to do something with Triller, but all of a sudden, Bob Arum got him back? Y'all don't think that's strange? That's kind of funny? And you remember when they dropped the ball, Triller dropped the ball, they still had to let them keep that money for that fight. They kept, I think George Kambosos kept like 200,000, and I think Teofimo Lopez got like 600,000 that they got to keep without fighting. What's up, Chris Trucker? Salute, fam. Y'all remember that? They all had that, and they all got it. I mean, it was crazy, man. So what they did was they start icing them out. And that's what they do, man. That's what they do. And you remember Bob Arum, he did all that talking about, Loma and them. Oh, Devin Haney, he just got it. He's not this, he's not that, he's not this. Well, when the war hits, they need a fighter. George Kambosos couldn't wait on Loma. That couldn't happen. It had to be because they was at war, right? If Ukraine wasn't at war, then guess what? Devin Haney wouldn't be getting a shot right now. So Devin Haney went over there and took George Kambosos' belt. And what they do, they made him sign a 3-fight deal. 3 fights. George Kambosos twice and that. And if you notice, they didn't go over there to BLK. I mean, they didn't go over there to PBC. You know what I mean? They didn't go over there to the Zone to let that fight happen. Devin Haney had to leave the Zone to be free. Oh, yeah, it was. But you remember it was something about COVID that happened with George Kambosos and them. They did that purse bid, and that's how BLK Prime got it, because they swooped in and paid more money than everybody else. Because what happened was Bob Arum was paying a certain amount, and they came in over that. Teofimo Lopez and the Campbell, they came over there. Yeah, they came over that. They went a lot higher than what they should have. And then they still had to pay so much of that. So all I'm saying is these promotional companies, they say one thing out in public, and they doing something a little bit different behind closed doors. Bob Arum knows what he's doing, man. He's a freaking lawyer. Y'all see, you don't hear no more about that that Terrence Crawford lawsuit. You don't hear about that no more. It just totally went away, right? Bob Arum is a beast, man. He's got this stuff sold up. He's got all the rules. He got the sanctioning bodies in his back pocket, all that stuff, man. He definitely got the WBO in his back pocket. He's got ESPN them all in his back pocket. Bob Arum has put a lot of people in good positions, put in a good word for people, all of that. You know how people do, like, in the political realm. They go get these politicians in there, and the politicians make moves for them. That's the same thing they use in boxing. He said Truller came in with $6 million for a fight, and Tio was going to like 2-1. Yeah. And Campbell was going to get $1 million. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy, man. He said Earl wasn't in what original contract? Said Bob coming to the cookout. Hey, this is how Bob looks at it. When Bob says this and gets away with it.
Little prick. Yeah, prick. Go ahead. Come on, get him out of here.
And what happened? They got him out of there. Man, Bob Arum is the Bob father, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. The thing about it is yeah, and you know they owe Bud money for that. So at the end of the day, like I'm saying, I think BLK Prime is going to be frozen out. They're going to freeze them out. Because you see that all these other fighters coming out. We don't know that people didn't go in there and tell these fighters, hey, if you fight for BLK Prime, we won't be dealing with you, or we'll give you this certain amount. You know what I mean? Something is going on. You know what I'm saying? Something is going on. You lose 3 fights, and now BLK Prime, you just back up from them, and now BLK Prime. I mean, I don't know which way they're going to go from here, man. Yeah. He said Bud tried to sue for the original, but EJ fight, but it wasn't in the original deal. Yeah. It actually wasn't in the. I don't think in the original contract, but I think it was an add-on after his second. Remember when Bud was he signed his second deal 2 years later? You know what I'm saying? When he signed that second deal, it was in there. They owed him $600,000 to get that fight. That's what it said in that contract. In one of those little contracts, it showed on there, and that was part of the lawsuit. So Bob gonna have to give him that $600,000. But at the end of the day, they probably settled with something out of court and let it go. You know what I mean? Because Bob could have stretched that thing out for many years, and then Bob was trying to get it out of Vegas, but Terrence got it to keep it in Vegas. So it was gonna be a bad situation. So I'm sure Bob settled out of court, so they won't say nothing. You heard nothing from Terrence. A COVID EJ's accident, yeah. But I think at the end of the day is that when it all came up, they didn't even send over a contract. They didn't even attempt. But maybe they could have let him get out of it. But still, they owed him, because you remember they owed Teofimo. Because you remember on there, they still owed him so many fights. Even though COVID was never in that contract, they still had to adhere to all the terms in there. And that's what let Teofimo Lopez out of his contract. See, Teofimo Lopez got out of his contract because of all that. And Bud was in the same similar situation. They owe you so many fights a year at so much money, and Bob did not deliver. Even when they could have fought into COVID, they just couldn't have a big audience. They still fought, and that was what brought it back into play. And then that's how Teofimo Lopez was able to get out of that contract. And so that's why Bud had that hinging on his. What's up, Dre? Yeah, Dre. Broner's gone. They couldn't deliver on it for whatever reason. These fighters backed out. I know ATL Unanimous was saying he thinks that they blackballed him. You know what I mean? They doing something over there. Bud said he didn't want to fight to get the EJ first at the accident because he didn't want to get. Yeah, you're right. He verbally said that. Now, I don't know how that's going to turn out with the lawyers and stuff, but I do know that was up in the air, so I don't know. And Bud wouldn't fight at a discount without a crowd. Yeah, he didn't want to fight without a discount or a crowd, right? But his contract doesn't say, you got to think them contracts are technical, boy. And his contract doesn't say he has to fight with a discount. But at the end of the day, something about them contracts that let Teofimo Lopez right out of there. So he has something. Now, does Bob owe him? Is Bob gonna give him all that? I don't think, because I think Terrence was suing for $10 million. So they probably sell out of court for like $2 million, something like that. Or $1 million or whatever, or 600,000, whatever it was. I'm sure Terrence got something out of it. You know what I mean? Terrence got something out of it. Oh, he missed the paperwork cut? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I just know they all stopped talking about it. But with his lawyers involved, I don't know how they just miss it. But, they can say whatever they want. But, man, I'm telling you, man, Bud actually had a pretty good lawyer on that one, too. So I don't know how the lawyers dropped the ball on that, especially once they try to take it out of state. See, they try to take it out of the Las Vegas jurisdiction. And that would have played out in Bob's favor. But that's why his Bud's attorneys made sure they kept it over in Vegas. And they won that one. It was staying in Vegas. So now what happened back there and the other technicalities, T, I don't know. I've heard rumors. I don't know. So that's above my pay grade and more. So, hey, all I know is it went away. And I can only speculate Bud made money. Because I think that lawyer he had was a good lawyer. He really was. He actually represented, I forgot what other people he represented, but he was a good lawyer. He actually went and got a decent lawyer. He went and paid the money and didn't try to represent himself. So that worked out pretty good. But yeah, but back to BLK Prime. I mean, I just think they're gonna be frozen out. They're gonna be blackballed. Something's going down over there. Yeah. He said, Terry said, maybe they can make BLK Prime like the G League for boxers before they go to real pay-per-view, Showtime and such. You know what? All jokes aside, that might not be bad. That might not be bad. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that's terrible. What's up, Will Peoples? Salute. Yeah, man, we are cooking on this BLK Prime, and we try to hold some of these, we're holding these promotional companies feet to the fire on this thing, man. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we always blaming the fighters, but some of this stuff relies on the promotional companies. And I think BLK Prime is going to be in a situation. And then what Will said, I mean, not what Will, but what Terry said is that he thinks they should have these fighters like in the G League and have them have them fighting and stuff like that and then promote them up. So that might work. Oh, said BLK was the X League and they couldn't hack it. And then they tried to go up with Bud. Yeah, they tried to step their game up. Yeah, because they was doing backyard fights and stuff. Yeah, they were. They actually were. But you never know, man. They could probably work something out, get some of these smaller fighters, start fighting them and see what happens, and maybe tie in with PBC, tie in with one of these bigger promotional companies. Like you said, they tried to run in there and try to do what they had to do, and they made a lot of bad blood with that. A whole lot. Terry said, like the idea. Do you like the idea? He said, I think it could be used as a good building platform for upcoming prospects and such. Yeah, it would be good if they can get in there and do some kind of little, contact thing where they putting on some stuff and, maybe get some fighters on the undercards and work their way up and give these fighters some short-term contracts. C. Dewberry, salute, man. Appreciate you on. Salute, Terry. Appreciate that, C. Dewberry. Appreciate that, C. Dewberry, man. On the super chat, man. That keeps the channel. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Yeah, he said, just showing support for the channel, man. Hey, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, C. Dewberry, man. Really do, man. It helps out, keeps your boy on here. Keeps us fighting another day, man. I thought BLK Prime was gonna come in and rescue me, man, and give me a commentating thing, but they didn't. I figured I was gonna. I guess I had to be at the next 7-Eleven meeting, man. I'll be at the next 7-Eleven meeting, man. See if they give me my commentating license. See if they put your boy on. Yeah, if y'all hear about another meeting over there at 7-Eleven, y'all let me know in case my sources are wrong. Said nobody heard of BLK Prime before the Crawford fight. And right after that, yeah, man. Yeah, Will. No, I didn't check out that Mayweather thing. I thought they said they put that off because a lot of people didn't show up. That's what I thought, Will. But I don't know. I guess it went on. I didn't see it. I didn't check it out. I know ATL said he looked good, but you know, he gonna let me in the group chat for the next 7-Eleven. Please do. Please do. The BLK Prime supporters blue. Oh, yeah. I let y'all say that, man. That way they won't be crying saying I'm saying something about the YouTubers. So, you know. yeah, he was fighting. He tried to run in there and have a little. Say it's free on YouTube. Oh, it was? The fight was free on YouTube? Oh, Floyd think he broke his hand. Oh, wow. Man, listen. Floyd's sucking up all that money, man. But once you start getting them empty arenas, it's time to let it go, man. Said the 7-Elevens are closing in the city, huh? Yeah, man. Yeah, Floyd got to start calling it quits, man, with them exhibitions, man. Really. He treating them exhibitions like he getting paid like they real fights, man. He getting paid like they real fights. Yeah, man. But you know what, Diana? He's fighting exhibition. So he look at it like, man, it ain't. Listen, Floyd still works out. He still spars. So he's fighting these dudes that ain't even good sparring partners. But they paying him millions of dollars for that. And I think some of these places paying him that kind of money so they can what's the name? Yeah, it said with the PBC haters are quiet. Yep. And I'm gonna tell you something else that they quiet on too. Y'all remember the other day when they said that Andy Ruiz was leaving PBC, that he was a free agent and he was away from PBC. He was saying it wasn't PBC. He's now a free agent to whereas he can deal with PBC and use Al Heyman as an advisor. So a lot of people, I don't understand what people's fixation is with what their thing is with wanting PBC to go broke. I don't know. I can understand you rooting for fighters or you hope this fighter lose because you want your fighter to beat that fighter, but promotional companies is giving you pretty decent fights. Wouldn't you want to keep them in there? I would think. You know what I mean? So you gotta know when to fold them. Floyd has money. It's ridiculous at this point. It really is. It really is. But when you're making 10, 20, 30 million dollars to go out and just school somebody that you know can't fight, I get it. But you would think with all that money, it's time. You know? You would think it's time. So AB gonna go back to 8. Al. Yeah. He clearing the way. Yeah, man. You put a lot of bad publicity on them dudes, man. You really did. So you know how it is. Says certain YouTubers beat that drum of hate. Yeah, they do. They really do. What's up, B Megastar? What's up with your salute, fam? Yeah, it's a lot of people out there, but you know what, man? A lot of people out there getting clicks, man. Everybody wants to build up their social media profile. You know what I mean? A lot of people do, man. Said PBC lineup is lit starting this weekend. Yeah, man. This is my thing, man. I'm all for any promotional company that's giving us the fights we want. Anytime a promotional company or people just start protecting fighters and it starts hurting other fighters in the process and holding up the sport, I have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? If it's PBC that started, I would have a problem with PBC. If it is the Zone that's doing it, I got a problem with the Zone. I got a problem with Top Rank. I got a problem with anybody that's doing it. But people are fanboying it. They just get with a company and like, I want them to be broke. Yeah, Terry said, everybody, don't forget, PBC is going broke. It's because nobody has seen Al Heyman anywhere. Can't find this guy. Yeah. Hey, what did Bob Arum tell Spence that day they was down there on Illy Setback? They was like, hey, nobody has seen Al Heyman. Does he exist? And Earl was like, yeah. He said, nah, I'm just playing. But Al ain't for all the limelight. Al is about getting business done. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. Take care of your fighters. Get the fights that they want. Can't cross promote, though. The cross promotion gets hard because if you cross promote and the next promotional company don't let you have the same give you the same kind of fights, you know what I mean? It's like, let's say PBC fights, let's say Deontay Wilder had fought somebody over at DAZN and lost his belt. Would DAZN gave him a chance to get his belt back? That's the scary thing, you know what I mean? And that's what promotional companies think. And then because you saw that they didn't want to make the Wilder versus Anthony Joshua fight. They didn't want to do that at all. Oh yeah. Yeah, that Figueroa fight is gonna be a good one. Harrison, all them, and Plant, they be oh yeah. And what's gonna be the other good one is gonna be Inoue. Yeah, man. All them, man, it's gonna be some good fights coming up. I don't know. I'll let y'all have that one. ATL unanimous. Salute, fam. Thanks for the super chat, man. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate that. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate it. Man, all that stuff gets the channel going, man. I appreciate y'all keeping your boy on here, man. It can be a struggle all the time, man. But that's all right. I'm going to remember everybody in here the next time they have that meeting at 7-Eleven and BLK Prime takes me in and I am a commentator. I'm going to give all you guys a shout out. Yep. And then ATLM said boxing has been good so far this year. It actually has been. It actually started off good. It was a little underwhelming, like I would like it, but they did put together the card. It wasn't PBC that did it, ATL, but they had Tank out there, they had Andre, they had Boots, they had Rashidi Ellis. I mean, they loaded it down, bro. They really did. And now you turn it right around, you getting everybody else in there. So it's gonna be a good year, man. It's gonna be a real good year for that one. It's gonna be a real good year. And they got off to a real good start, man. A real good start on that one. So hopefully ATL, they keep on putting this on. But hey, listen, they are getting ready. Listen, y'all might think I'm lying on what I'm about to say. What's up? Salute, Antoine Richardson. What's up? Appreciate you coming up in here, man. Make sure Ryan Garcia makes it. Well, Ryan will be there. But hey, y'all might think I'm playing around with this. Who really won the Jake Paul versus Fury fight? I heard Fury won. That's what I heard. I don't know. I didn't even see it. I forgot they was even fighting, man. Missed that whole thing this weekend. Diana, salute, fam. Salute. Appreciate you on the super chat. Thank you, Queen. Appreciate you. Yeah. Now, what I'm about to say, man, listen. What's getting ready to happen? And I know y'all not gonna believe this, man. Oh, you be in the Vegas fight and be in Vegas next week? Who fighting next week? I forget. Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, listen, y'all not gonna believe this, but I promise you guys, I ain't gonna say I promise, but I'm telling you guys what's getting ready to happen. They are getting ready to announce the Spence versus Crawford fight. It is coming out. I know y'all gonna say, man, go on with it, show. Go on with it. I know y'all gonna say it, but it's coming. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought you said this week with the fight with Tank and Ryan. Oh, okay. Man, yeah, Diana, it's getting ready to come out. The Spence versus Crawford fight is getting ready to come out. It is. It's getting ready to come out. And let me tell you the other figure. And forget that whole thing. Forget the whole thing about it was all on the cable. Everybody rocking on this cable thing. What let me know the final thing, and you know the whole thing that seals the deal that I'm telling you guys is that they just now said that they putting out, was it 20 days for Crawford? They mandatory now. It's a mandatory for Crawford, right? That Crawford got to take this. They got 20 days to make that happen. They already knew. They just put it out there because they say it's 9 months. You remember, T, that we said it was supposed to be 18 months, right? But when you look at it, it's 9 months. And now they getting ready to order that fight. Well, they already ordered it. So they got 20 days to make that fight. Crawford ain't fighting that dude for that money again. That ain't happening. So within 20 days, you know what's going down. So that means the sanction bodies already heard about it and they already know, but to save face, they ordered that fight just to save face, and it's coming out. It's coming out. Terry Smoot, appreciate you on the super chat, man. Thank you for the super chat, Terry. Appreciate it. Said I 8 Miles said I gotta see it to believe it. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. Al Haymon PPC better pay Rocha to step aside money to get that Bud fight. Now, they don't have to. That fight's already done and signed. So they're going to go ahead and announce it. It's coming out. It's coming out within the next, I would say in 10 days, less than 10 days, it'll be out. Yeah. Perfect height with the Creed move. Yeah. You got Terrence Crawford in there. You got Crawford in that Creed. I'm telling you, it's coming out. Because when sanctioning bodies start moving and start doing stuff like that, man, it's more to the show. It's more to it. It's more to put nooses around people's neck. It's more to push people. What made you change your mind about the Spence and Crawford fight? Now, I ain't changing it. I ain't changing my mind. I'm sick of the Spence and Crawford fight. But I'm telling you that what made me change that mind on that is that when Spence said that he had that Keith Thurman fight, I said something about that don't sound right, as he was adamant about it, but they never announced it. And as they didn't never announce it, him and Crawford just fell off. Because you remember Crawford was like, hey, spin the block. Crawford had a little messed up things to say. Next thing you know, you didn't hear no more about it. And Keith is being quiet, all that stuff. They trying to throw you off with it. Yeah, the mandatory Crawford fight is the Rocha fight. Yeah. Alex Rocha fight has been they just made that a mandatory. So Earl Duck Keith. hey, did we put Earl on the duck list for Duck and Keith? Nah, but see, listen. Earl said he was never gonna take that fight anyway. Keith was begging for that fight. Keith ducked Earl, and Earl just forgot Keith existed. So we can't put that off on that. Yeah. The WBO just ordered the Rocha fight. They just ordered it. And when they just ordered it gives them 20 days unless they go to a purse bid. They ain't gonna make it to the purse bid. They're not making it to the purse bid. Yeah. What was Crawford? Crawford was in his feelings because Crawford feels like he's a more of an accomplished fighter than Spence. That's the way Crawford feels. Crawford feel like that. So they gave Crawford some concession. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I think they both great to do it. So Earl's officially on the duck list. So nah, Terry. Nah, you ain't put him on there, man. Hey, Double A said, Earl ducks Keith one time Thurman again. Man, y'all need to stop that. I'm letting y'all have that one on your own, bro. I'm not moving on that one. But that fight's happening, bro. That fight is official. And I was like, okay, I get it on this whole spectrum thing. I get that, but that could be all crap. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they going to put that one out. Rocha can wait in line after the undisputed fight. Mandatories can out. Yeah, man. Hey, Rocha ain't getting that fight. No time soon. No time soon. C. Dewberry, appreciate you. Appreciate you in the super chat, man. He said, I was wondering why they wouldn't announce the Keith fight, but I think the announcement coming on the Spence versus Thurman, not Spence versus Crawford, but I would love to be wrong. Yes, C. Dewberry, I think you're wrong on this one, bro. I really do. Because if they was going to make that Thurman fight, they would have already made it. And I think they put that out there for Mike Coppinger to run out there and make a fool out of himself, because they love making a fool out of Mike Coppinger. When they said that they're going to move up to 154 and not fight for belts, what would be the point? You know what I'm saying? What would be the point of that? There's no point of that. Earl in the same category as Canelo. Oh, come on, Terry. You can't put that. Keith been training too. Hey, Keith, man. Hey. Terry on one tonight. Terry on one night. But yeah, I do think that they not, I think C. Dewberry, I really think that Spence fight's coming on out. It's coming. It's coming. Y'all watch and see. It's going to be, they're going to bring it out. See, I told you the only thing that Crawford wants is to unify the welterweight division. Yeah, maybe he got clarity on there and know that they're not trying to beat him. Oh, no, not Canelo. Yeah, put him in the lane with Canelo. But yeah, TD, I think that one of the biggest things is that, plus, Crawford's at that point, he ready for another big old payday. Another big payday. You know what I'm saying? So I think Crawford is like, man, what am I going to take? You think I'm going to go fight Rocha and make, what's that purse bid going to be? $1 million, $2 million maybe? Who's going to really bid high on that? Didn't Espinosa shoot all that down the other day? Yeah, Espinosa did. But the reason why Espinosa shot it down, because they don't want nobody to go in there and influence the fight. They don't like that stuff to come out unless they bring it out. But the excuse he gave wasn't a good excuse at all. It wasn't a good excuse at all. It really wasn't. Not considering that what's holding Spence and Thurman up. You know what I mean? Anton Richardson, appreciate you on the appreciate you on the super chat. Man, he said big respect, long time coming, cuz let's get it and grow. Appreciate you, man. Hey, that helps the channel grow, man. You guys have helped me out, and man, hey, I'm not gonna forget y'all when I get to that 7-Eleven and BLK Prime. I promise I won't. Remember everybody's name, give y'all guys shout out on all of it. Nah, but I appreciate it. I do. Yeah. I think one of the biggest things is that Bud and that that whole tune-up thing, I think Bud wanted to flex a little bit, because I think Bud was holding in how they treated him and didn't want to make the fight. You know what I mean? He said the person probably received old information. Yeah. How you gonna receive old information and put that on your stuff from a whole year ago? You know what I mean? Or they put it in and accidentally put the wrong people's name in. You know what I mean? Spence versus Bub is a pipe dream. Won't happen. Some BS as last year. Same BS as last year. Teased and fight won't ever happen. Yeah, Will, that's what it seems like, but I think it's happening this time. It's happening this time. Bud is more worried about his legacy now. He honestly does not care who he has to fight to be undisputed. But this is what I also think too. I think that Crawford understands that, like we said earlier, is that Father Time is undefeated. And at this point, how many more good fights do you have in that's going to bring you $10 to $15 million? How many more fights you got left for that? Because if he doesn't fight Spence, he fights Rocha. Rocha ain't bringing him $5 million because it's got to be a purse bid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I think, me personally, Bud is at the point where he's like, man, I gotta make this big money on my way out the door. You know what I'm saying? And all the other stuff is that, and everybody gave Bud hell. And Bud really is a fighter, man. Bud a fighter. You know what I'm saying? But I think as some of that was just Bud and his feelings deep. But what Sean Porter said about Bud is really true. Bud is an emotional dude. He's an emotional dude, man. He really is. He gets mad real quick. He gets in his feelings. He goes off real quick. He has a short temper, man. And I think you see it all the time. He said BLK Prime next fight announcer showboating, Max Kellerman, and Paulie Malignaggi. Dude, I won't get along with Polly Malignaggi up here, man. Didn't they say that last year? Repeat. Yeah, they did, Will. They did. But I think the difference is this year that they all done went out. They all done went out and fought. Bud done fought. He doesn't have a promoter. Where does Bud go from here, Will? Ask yourself that. Let's say they do this purse bid and Bud takes this fight. Then who Bud fights after that? We're gonna fight after that. Another one, he gonna have another 9 months to fight. Then you gonna fight Jerron Ennis and not get a lot of money out? Well, no, because after Alex Rocha, who else? Blair Cobbs, Rashidi Ellis, all them up under there. Cody Crowley. I mean, who is else? What's the mandatory split? I don't know. I say that mandatory. The mandatory split would be, it'd be 75, something like that. I can't remember what the WBO does for their mandatory split. I can't remember that. Punch Polly show. Said the next match is gonna be one Spence, second gonna be Spence 2. If he beats Spence, if he beats him, but I do think that fight is coming because of it. I think everything points towards it. I think with all that stuff, but the biggest giveaway is this whole thing ordering this fight in, because they said they weren't gonna order that fight all the way until May. It was gonna be up in May, and right before May, now you order it saying they can order every 9 months. But why didn't you order it a long time ago? You know what I mean? Everybody's wanting to seem like they're doing the right thing. I was like, man, that fight could have been ordered a long time ago. And the whole Spectrum thing, man, they got all that stuff mapped out. But I think that they made sure that they got Mike Coppinger bad stuff so he can go out there and spread that stuff to throw everybody off. And that lineup is all them lineups getting ready to come out. That might be what they was waiting on to finalize that last little bit of stuff. So that's probably what they're doing, finalizing it. Said true. The Rocha fight ain't worth no money for purse. Yeah, it ain't. How much you really think Oscar going to spend for that fight? Exactly. I mean, if you're Crawford, are you going to fight Rocha for $1-2 million? Bob Arum is not going to bid on it. The Zone is not going to bid on it. Why would PBC bid on it? The only person going to bid on it is really Oscar, and Oscar's going to get that on the low. Oscar's gonna get that fight on the low, bro. So as you at Crawford, what you gonna do? You gonna go ahead and make a move. And that could be the sanctioning bodies turning up the heat. Like, hey, if you don't go ahead and take that Spence fight, finalize that, we got one for you. A purse bid. And you ain't making nothing off of that. Haven't seen the announcements on that yet. The undercard for Tank and Ryan. Haven't seen that yet. On the undercard, yeah, I haven't seen that. But let's get ready to show. Let's get ready to show real soon too. We're gonna, like I said, man. I just think all that stuff is getting ready to come down though. Y'all watch and see. Watch and see. They are getting ready. They're gonna announce all that. That's coming. It's coming. Because it don't take that long. You know what I mean? And you saw Spence is still training, so it ain't that you saw like Diana was saying earlier, that picture with Spence, glitter boots and all of them, that was in the gym with all of them in their workout stuff, right? So it let you know Spence is training. So Spence is still training, so he can't be hurt too bad from an accident that he had. So you can't say it's the accident that's still holding up that fight between him and Thurman. Because that's what it was like. You know what I mean? At first, like, oh, well, they want to make sure that Spence is okay. Nah, they wanted to make sure that either, Bud, you take this fight or we're going to go a different route. So then where you going to be? You're going to be frozen out. Said maybe PBC will stack the card again. Yeah. I say PBC is probably moving some stuff around to figure out who's going to fight next. I tell you what, PBC probably some of the holdup is on this whole PBC thing is because last year, all the people that didn't get to fight, they trying to make sure that everybody fights and make sure because you know what they do at PBC. The biggest thing that they do at PBC is they'll tell this fighter, win or lose, we'll get you this fight. Win or lose, we'll get you this fight. So they have like a vision board type deal where if these fighters win, this is possibly who they fight. If these fighters lose, this is who they'll fight. Because, you know, all the fighters have said that about Al Heyman, that win or lose, that if I lost, they got another fight. And you heard Amir Khan just said that the other day. He said, they told me over there, Al told me that if I lost, they'll give me another fight. And Al stuck to his word. And Al sticks to his word on that. And so you never know. Never know how it is. He said, I'm optimistic now about the fight. My hopes are slightly elevated, but I know there has to be guaranteed money for Bud to take this fight. I think at the end of the day, they're going to give Bud enough to make Bud make the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Bud wanted guaranteed money, but you got $2 million guaranteed over at BLK Prime. So I don't know if it's guaranteed money, quote unquote, or advancement. They get a little bit up front, you know what I mean? A little bit up front and all that stuff. And then you get a little money out the back end. I'm sure they got all that stuff solved right now. Said Keith Thurman gonna go off messing up his money. Now Keith messed up his own money by dodging everybody. You know what I'm saying? I gave up a long time ago waiting for Bud versus Spence. At this point, I don't care if it happens or not. Yeah, Will, I'm with you on that, man. I was past it. And I'm like, man, if they don't make it, I'm not going to lose no sleep. I'm over it too. But at the end of the day, with everything pointing towards it, I think that fight right here is a done deal, man. That fight is a done deal. I don't mean that they make the fight. I think the fight is a done deal. Said Keith going to get a constellation. I don't know if Keith fights Rashidi Ellis. He shouldn't fight Rashidi Ellis. Keith will have to have a step-up fight because nobody cares about Keith. Keith was injured. Man, Keith, yeah, he was injured. His pride was injured. His lips on that flute was probably injured. Yeah, C. Dewberry, if they would make that with Keith and Boots on the undercard, yeah. Hey, when y'all get through, he said playing the flute in Nepal, yeah. That would be fire. But listen, I don't think Keith would take that fight, but after watching Boots versus Karen, Keith might take that fight. Keith might take that fight. He might not, but Keith might. He just might. When Bud told us here in Omaha that might not ever be fight here again, I knew he had the blockbuster fights lined up. Yep, I'll just believe it when I hear it from Earl and them, though. Yeah, I got you. Hey, I understand exactly what you're saying, but I'm just saying that fight's a dumb one, and I ain't gonna go on anything else except for till I hear it officially. But man, all roads point that it is a done deal. Villa versus Boots. That'd be a good fight, Terry. That'd be a good fight. Thurman versus Villa would be a good fight too. You know what I'm saying? Thurman's got to get back there in the mix somewhere. But Thurman might take on Boots now that he saw Boots' weakness. All he got to use is his feet on Boots. Boots did okay. I ain't saying Boots messed up, but when you're in there with Thurman can capitalize on that a little bit. Thurman is going to jab and move. Thurman is not going to sit there and let Boots get off. Thurman's going to get in, feint, get in, do his thing, and get up out of there. So, hey, Thurman might take that Boots fight. He just might do it. Said Villa's tailor-made for Boots. Yeah. Yep, he is. Thurman versus Karen or Formella. But yeah, Karen ain't. You know what? If Thurman beats Karen, ain't nobody gonna really. Thurman needs a fight to prove that he ain't lost a step. Because when they sitting there saying that Thurman is worse, is on Karen's level, he's up under Virgil Ortiz and all of that. Thurman hadn't fell that far behind. Thurman had a lot of ring rust, a lot of time off, and Thurman needs to come back and prove himself with at least one good fight with somebody. One good fight with somebody. Said, okay, then Keith picks up WBC belt 100%. What if he fight? He can't get that belt unless he fights Spence. He got to fight Spence to get that belt. And Spence hold all three. Oh, well, yeah, that would be a good one. Thurman versus Ben. Make Ben Thurman. That'd be a good fight. You gotta make sure Ben ain't got nothing in his system. But Thurman can beat that fight. I would like to see that fight. That fight right there would prove that Thurman is back. Thurman fights Conor Ben, that'll prove Thurman is bad. To a lot of other people. Like with me and y'all boxing fans, y'all know Keith is a really good fighter. He knows his stuff and can fight. But being laid off and only fighting twice in 3-4 years, you're going to get those kind of performances. Yep. Thurman is that good. Thurman is, man. Thurman ain't lost that much. Thurman ain't lost that much of a step. Then Thurman said his hand is better. He's like, his hand is better now. He can use it. Thurman needs to go in there and get... I tell you what hurt him is that Mario Barrios fight. The Mario Barrios hurt him when he got a little tired and taking them body shots. Thurman got a body shot problem, and Boots got a foot problem with somebody dancing around in the ring, not staying there for him, moving around and running, getting on their bike, not running, but really moving. So you get somebody like Thurman that can move the whole fight, it's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. But I would like to see, I tell you what, Thurman going to go fight Conor Ben would be it. If he wouldn't fight Boots, either Conor Ben or Boots or Ugas. But I think Ugas needs a lighter fight to prove that he's okay after his Spence fight. If Thurman beats Ugas next, they're going to say Ugas was washed up after Spence. Hey, Terry, listen. All jokes aside, bruh. All jokes aside. Keith, once upon a time, Thurman. Yep, that's how it sounds. Hey, Terry, listen. I went over to my homeboy's pool hall, right? And ordered that burger with the egg on it Friday. I did that, right? And I said, hey, man. I said, yeah, he said, you want an egg? I said, yeah, fried hard. You know I like it, the usual. He said, yeah, okay. I said, yeah, make sure you put a lot of PED on it. But I didn't say it loud enough where you could hear it because I didn't want to have to explain to people what that meant, but I did say it. I kept it down a little bit. I said, nah, I don't feel like explaining what that means. PED, what you mean? Hey, it would have been a long story. But I said it for us, though. Oh, they can't reinstate Ben? Will Peoples? I haven't heard. Put in their place by the committee in that fast. I don't know why. Nah, Will People. The other day we was talking about how they got these hamburgers and stuff, and they talking about, well, they got steak. You know, Canelo said he got PEDs at his steak. Tyson Fury said he had boar meat. He got PEDs out of that. And Conor Ben said he ate a whole bunch of eggs and got PEDs out of that, right? And I said, I'm pissed off because I eat hamburgers with eggs on it and I don't have PED in my system. I go to the gym and work out sometimes. So why them PEDs ain't coming to me for free? You know what I mean? And I'm getting ripped up. You know what I'm saying? Why I can't get in shape? We all eating it. In America, everybody eating hamburgers and all kind of stuff, but the PEDs and the eggs ain't helping us. I go to a Waffle House, I get eggs. I go to IHOP and get eggs. I go to the pool hall and get hamburgers with eggs on it, and I don't get the PEDs in it. I want extra PEDs in my burger. That's what I said. Oh, I said the other day, I want that in my burger. So that way I get free PEDs with my burger. You know? That's it. That way your boy can get in shape. That way I can eat cake, ice cream, and I can just go have a steak, have some tea, and I drink tea every morning. But my tea don't have PED in it. I don't know where you get that at. Maybe we can go to Amazon and get you know what? I'm gonna see if I can be an affiliate, and I'm gonna start selling tea that's got PED in it, and y'all click on my link, and we'll all make money off of that. Well, I will. I'm gonna go get the PED tea. There you go. PED tea. There you go. But that's it. That's the whole thing about the PEDs. It's in everybody's chicken and everybody's eggs. Hey, what Earl Spence told Conor Ben, he said, hey man, I got eggs, but I don't have to worry about PEDs being in mine. Oh, said Ben trying to sue somebody for defamation of character. Oh, man, he better let that go, bro. He better be happy with his victory and keep on going. He better be happy that they reinstated whoever paid them under the table to let that stuff get out of his system. Because right now, I'm sure he can go pass the test. That's why he trying to hurry up and he trying to hurry up and get reinstated for all them effects come off of him. That dude is ripped up. Yeah, man, you need to let that go before you start trying to sue somebody and it come back on you, bro. That's his problem right there. You know, these fighters get away with too much stuff. That's why I said, man, they should start suspending these dudes. Start kicking them out the sport. They can start with Dillian White. Kick him right on out of sport, and there we go. There we have it. But yeah, guys, man, yeah, that BLK Prime, man. Them, hey, in my conclusion with all this, man, before we end the conversation tonight, I think BLK Prime is going to start being frozen out. That's what I think. And I think that's one thing we're going to look out for. You know, we'll see if they pick up any fighters in the next coming month or two, couple of months. Because I don't know nobody else they can get. They kept trying to get it. They even tried to go get with Rolly and some of them other guys. And them other guys, if they go over there to them, they're not gonna snap back. All right, 8 Mile. Man, see you next time, man. See you next time. Appreciate you coming up in here, man. Appreciate it, man. But be on the lookout for that. Yeah, guys, that's it for me, everybody. I'm on my way out. I appreciate everybody rolling up in here tonight. Man, on your way out, guys, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and share button if you're new to the channel. For all the crew that comes in, man, I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to catch you with everybody tomorrow. I'll be back on. We say what we say, and we stand on all of that. That's straight up, no chaser. So until tomorrow night, guys, I am out, fight fam, and y'all be on the lookout. I'm telling y'all heard it here first. They get re-announced that Spence versus Crawford fight, and you're going to see everybody else saying on it. Y'all going to see it, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Peace.